Now on CoastTV News.
It's a breezy and cooler start on our Tuesday, and the fall-like weather continues for the next few days. Rain chances increasing for the end of the week into the weekend. I'll track it on FutureCast coming up.
Efforts to upgrade the Dewey Beach Town Hall, the latest details about this long-awaited project.
California fire containment issues. We're looking at the damage being done out west and the challenges firefighters are dealing with.
Back to school, which districts are having their first day in class today?
This is CoastTV News Today.
It is Tuesday, September 3rd, 2024. Good morning, I'm Matt Pensick.
Good morning, I'm Paige Marley. Thank you for being up with us during our 5 o'clock hour.
Yeah, what a difference.
Yes.
24 hours makes, Paige. Monday morning walking out the door, muggy, sticky. Just a few hours ago, cool, comfortable. Borderline windbreaker conditions.
Definitely. I was a little concerned, am I going to be too hot in my long sleeve? But that was not the case.
No.
I wish I had a light jacket on this morning. So we are going to bring in Bob. Bob, a light jacket, I think, this morning, especially if you're wearing short sleeves. But what about the rest of the day?
Yeah, you know, it's getting to be that time of day. Good morning, Paige and Matt. Yeah, it is windbreaker weather. We're into September, meteorological fall, and it feels like it. It's breezy and cool out there right now. In fact, 57 in Salisbury, 59 in Seaford, 62 in Millsboro, and mid-60s along the coast where you're seeing some strong winds out of the north-northeast around 15 to 20 miles per hour. Not as windy inland, but some of those gusts along the coast I've seen over 25 miles per hour, now gusting to 20 in Ocean City, 21 in Rehoboth, but then a little breezy inland as well. So, yeah, definitely need that windbreaker as we're looking at crystal clear skies this morning. Just gorgeous out there if you're traveling anywhere across the mid-Atlantic. We've got high pressure building in from the north and west, and that is pushing in that cooler and drier air in. So here's FutureCast warming through the 60s. Not a big warm up today. By noon, lower 70s, 60s at the beaches. Some of us might get into the mid 70s well inland, but most of us are in the 60s and 70s as we go throughout the day. So you might need that windbreaker all day with the cool and breezy conditions. And that continues for the next few days. More on that coming up in just a little bit.
All right, Bob, thank you so much. Well, for well over a year now, Dewey Beach, they've been talking about upgrading their current town hall and their police station.
And CoastTV News reporter Elisa Weber live in Dewey Beach. Elisa, the town's plans, they're going to break ground this fall.
Matt and Paige, I'm currently outside of the Dewey Beach Town Hall, and this building actually also serves as the police department. The police department's located on this side, and the town hall is located on this side. And employees and police have said that this building is too small and it's outdated. And next week, the marketing committee will meet to discuss ways to fundraise for the project. While the goal is better conditions for all of the employees in the building, the town manager says the current police station would not meet a state code that goes into effect in 5 years due to the station only having one holding cell and no indoor sprinkler system. The department says the station is inadequate because it is not designed to handle prisoners, interviews, or other police-related activities.
Law enforcement's a really tough job to begin with, and if you don't have adequate facilities to support your system with you know, the surroundings, so they come into a good environment, they can get their work done before they go back out on the street. It makes that job just that much tougher.
Dewey originally planned to break ground on this project this fall, but at this time they say there's no estimated date as to when construction will begin. They're currently waiting to see if their site plans meet all of the FEMA requirements. Back to you.
All right, thank you, Elisa. This morning, firefighters in California will continue to battle this fire near the Sierra Brooks area. According to officials, it has burned nearly 1,200 acres, and get this, it is at zero containment. An evacuation order is in place for the west side of Sierra Brooks and portions of Antelope Valley. The cause of this fire, not yet known.
Emergency crews rushed to prime a hook for yesterday evening. It was for reports of an aircraft emergency. CoastTV got this video you're looking at, which sources say triggered that response. The plane, as you can see, it was flying very low near the shoreline. Milton Fire Department, then Sussex County EMS, they were on that scene around 6, but authorities tell us they found nothing there.
Sunday marked a solemn day of remembrance in Georgetown for police officer Chad Spicer, who was shot and killed in the line of duty on September 1st, 2009. You can see here a wreath was laid in his honor. Every year, local police departments and members of the community come out to remember. A memorial in his honor graces the Georgetown Circle. Now, unfortunately, that memorial was hit by a drunk driver in November. It's now in the process of being repaired.
Ocean City is preparing to commemorate the 23rd anniversary of the 9/11 terror attacks. We have some video of crews setting up the twin remembrance beams of light. The official lighting ceremony will begin Friday at 8 p.m. and those beams will shine until September 12th. Some visitors saw the beams being tested over the weekend. That ceremony will be held at the Firefighters Memorial on the Ocean City Boardwalk.
As we're wrapping up the summer season, businesses in Ocean City are reporting an up and down season. A restaurant owner says he fared much better throughout certain months, though the end of July, he says, was particularly rough, and he wasn't alone. Inflation and vacationers spending less while they are in town, and also cited as contributing to a less than ideal summer for the bottom line.
It's hard gauging the travelers nowadays, whether it's short weeks, long weeks, but all in all, we're happy. We're happy. I mean, you always want better, but could have been a heck of a lot worse.
Occupancy at hotels is reportedly down 2.5% in July.
All right, well, we're now officially after Labor Day. We still have to get, though, to the first day of school. That's for some students on Delmarva. Today, 5th and 6th graders begin in Delmar. Everyone else there begins on Wednesday. Also, some students starting the school year in the Indian River District. Emphasis on some because kindergarten starts today, as do 6th and 9th graders. Howard T. Ennis School in Georgetown, that begins today. All other students will have their first day tomorrow.
And days after Israeli forces recover the bodies of 6 hostages in Gaza, grief and anger are erupting in the region and also here in the U.S.
Yeah, definitely. President Biden claiming his administration's close to proposing a final ceasefire and hostage deal. NBC's Bree Jackson shows us some details of those negotiations and what could be expected in the days to come.
Frustration following the discovery of 6 hostages found dead in Gaza, including an Israeli American who was laid to rest Monday.
It's terrible and it's tragic, and we learned from Israel that he was killed on the Shabbat.
Demonstrators taking to the streets, urging the prime minister to accept a deal to bring the remaining hostages home alive. A defiant Benjamin Netanyahu pushing back against the pressure.
They murdered 6 of our hostages in cold blood. So after this horrific murder, I don't believe that anyone serious could actually say, now you need to make more concessions.
President Biden telling reporters Netanyahu is not doing enough to reach a deal, while adding that his administration is close to presenting a final proposal this week.
We're in the middle of the negotiations.
The president, Vice President Harris, and White House officials meeting in the Situation Room to discuss the next steps in negotiation efforts. Families are holding out hope that their loved ones return home soon.
I think the White House understands the urgency. I think they've been acting all along with conviction, trying to push the parties in the area to reach an agreement.
The thought that he's alive and that he's waiting for us to rescue him, that's what gives me hope.
President Biden promising families of hostages that he's not giving up. In Washington, Bree Jackson, NBC News.
And 2 people briefed on discussions to secure a deal, telling NBC News that Biden may offer a final take-it-or-leave-it deal to Israel and Hamas as soon as this week in hopes of reaching a ceasefire agreement.
All right, we'll have a lot more news to get to this morning on CoastTV News Today.
Coming up, Veteran Victory Celebration, the Monday events at Fort Miles commemorating the end of World War II.
Also ahead, top town priorities, some of the important issues Ocean City is set to discuss tonight, and its progress this past year.
And Long Neck Rescue, what led to this water response over the weekend by the Indian River Volunteer Company. All that and more as CoastTV News Today continues.
Got a plumbing problem that can't wait? Then why would you? At FH Fur, we know how frustrating it is to be stuck waiting for help, which is why we offer same-day service guaranteed. Whether it's a leaky faucet, a clogged drain, a broken pipe, you name it, the expert plumbers at FH Fur are standing by and ready to get you out of hot water. Or maybe into some hot water, if that's your issue. Same-day service guaranteed, regardless of your plumbing predicament.
877-CALL-FUR, FHFur.com.
With all the choices of services on Delmarva, where do you even begin? Trust experts of various fields with Delmarva Experts. Sponsored by Kitchen Concepts Plus, Chesapeake Eye Center, Apple Discount Drugs, FLC Energy, Spicer Brothers Construction, Mattress Peddlers, Homewell Care Services, Robinson's Jewelry and Coin Shop, Delmarva Acupuncture and Wellness Center, Mast Audiology Services, Riptide Restoration, and Delmarva Day. Delmarva experts, local experts, right when you need them.
Capture your favorite moments at the CoastTV photo booth. Strike a pose and snap a pic, all for free. View previous pictures and see the next event at CoastTV.com under the Features tab. The CoastTV photo booth, sponsored by Baths by Spicer Brothers.
Thinking of remodeling your home's exterior? Leaving your home uncared for can lead to future damages and costly repairs.
Don't chance it.
Advance it. Whether it's building your outdoor dream deck or updating your home's roof or siding, we provide quality craftsmanship for all your home remodeling needs. Our experienced consultants will ease you through the process from the initial phone call to the installation, so you can find a look you'll love for years to come.
Call us today and ask about our summer specials.
Don't chance it, advance it.
Delmarva's Classic Rock, Big 107.7.
5:11 on our cool and breezy Tuesday morning. Dover right now 59, but with a breezy northeast wind, feeling cooler than that. Make sure you grab a windbreaker out the door, especially along the coast. Windy there. We're looking at temperatures in the mid-60s along the coast, but inland where it's less windy, upper 50s from Salisbury to Seaford. And these winds really strong along the coast, 10 to 20 miles per hour, gusting even higher than that. So it is a cool start for sure as we're looking at clear skies, and we've got high pressure building in from the north and west. It's a flow around that high that's bringing in that cooler weather. Here is the Gulf forecast for today. Looking good, not excellent good, because it is breezy, but it is sunny and it's really nice. A high of 75 today. Maybe some of us not getting there and feeling cooler with the breeze.
All right, I'm going a 60s, 70s cultural reference. Get smart. You missed it by that much, Bob. Well, as you first saw on the CoastTV.com, there were a number of emergency boats off of Massey's Landing on Sunday, and according to the Indian River Volunteer Fire Company, there were 3 girls and a woman out on paddle boards and kayaks. They needed help, so firefighters say they quickly found the group, and then they said that group was fine. A happy ending there. If you want the full story, check it out on CoastTV.com. Mega Millions lottery jackpot has climbed to an estimated $681 million. Cash out option, $336.1 million. Jackpot swelled after no ticket matched all 6 numbers in Friday night's drawing. Get your tickets ready, folks, because the next drawing is tonight. And if there's a big winner, it would be the 7th largest jackpot in the game's history.
Sounds good to me. Hey, Volkswagen, they're weighing whether to close factories in Germany for the first time in its 87-year history. This as it moves to cut the costs amid some rising competition from China's electric vehicle makers. Volkswagen embarked on an $11.1 billion cost-cutting effort late last year. In a statement Monday, the German automaker said it could not rule out plant closures in its home country. A Seattle-based company, they're aiming to blast a space plane into orbit. Here's what Radian 1 could look like. The goal, to create a cost-effective alternative to rockets by doing away with rocket stages that either fall back to Earth or return for reuse. It would carry a crew of up to 5 astronauts, and it would be reusable up to 100 times. Still ahead this morning, Ocean City discussing some of its important issues tonight. We're going to tell you about one solution council implemented aimed at cleaning the boardwalk.
And we're looking at our camera from Salisbury. Spicer Brothers Cam looking good out there. Good visibility. It's breezy, especially along the coast. And we continue to see the below average temperatures across the area. And that will continue for the next several days. I'm sure not too many complaints. Some rain heading our way into the upcoming weekend. I'll have your forecast details coming up in 2 minutes.
Delmarva's Classic Rock, Big 107.7.
is important to have a supportive employer in your corner, a company that offers on-site health care to save you time and money. That's right, access to a doctor's office while at work at no cost to you. Work schedules to fit your lifestyle, matched 401k to prepare you for retirement, paid vacation, and more. A company that you can count on and grow with. A company that you can have a career with. An employer like Amick Farms. Visit countonamick.com to apply today.
Pulling up to a great-looking home is nice. Curb appeal is important. But here on the coast, even more important is dock appeal. At T&G Builders, if you can dream it, we can create it. For uncompromising quality, contact T&G Builders to design and build your coastal dream home. Over 30 years of integrity, empathy, and love. T&G Builders, the sign of quality. Visit us online at tg-builders.com.
We're Coast Country, and we're Delmarva proud.
Time is 5:16, and you are looking live at Ocean City. And just look what the breezy conditions are doing there to those boats. You can maybe see them going back and forth. A number of places on Delmarva getting something similar. Bob, I got to tell. Also a text from Elisa we saw a few minutes ago. She's in Dewey Beach. She is dealing with some strong wind as well.
Yeah, and you said she is closer to the coast, a little more exposed out there to that northerly breeze, and it is breezy along the coast, a little breezier inland, but at the beaches, that is where it's breeziest now. You definitely need that windbreaker out the door, and it's going to be cool. It's a cool start, and really not warming up too much today. Now, keep in mind, the average high is 83. I'm thinking only 75 for the high. Some of us may not even get there. 77 tomorrow, upper 70s Thursday. Then we get to 80 by Friday, but then it's back to 78 on Saturday with more clouds and a chance of rain then. Our muggy meter, we're in good shape as we go through the next couple of days as we're looking comfortable right through Thursday. Then we start to increase that humidity as we go into Friday and the upcoming weekend, a little on the humid side at that time. But right now, it's cool inland where the winds are lighter, 58 in Seaford, 57 in Salisbury, Milton 62, and right along the coast where it's windy, 64 in Lewis, Bethany Beach also 64, and so is Rehoboth. We're looking at winds coming out of the north, and once again, right along the coast is where it's windiest, not as windy inland, and we've been seeing gusts over 20 miles per hour. Lisa getting a little wind blown out there during her live shot, but not as breezy inland as we are looking at clear skies, so great visibility on your way to work and school, looking fantastic as we have high pressure, sprawling high pressure across the Great Lakes, and it's a flow around that high coming in out of the northeast, bringing in that cooler and breezy air. Here's Futurecast. This morning we're in the 50s and 60s. You can see these different color arrows, meaning that it's windier along the coast, not so much inland. By noon we're in the low 70s, and then by about 2 o'clock, mid 70s well inland, and then farther east we're in the 60s and 70s, so it will be pleasant and then cool as we go through the overnight hours. By midnight, temperatures in the 50s and 60s. Some clouds as we go into Wednesday morning, and we're starting in the 50s and 60s. A little warmer at the beaches with that easterly flow. And then I think we're seeing more clouds on your Wednesday. Nothing in the way of rain, but still on the cool side with mid-70s, a little cooler at the beaches with that easterly flow. And we have this persistent east-northeast wind as we go through today, gustiest along the coast, not as breezy inland, but this wind is persistent as we go through your Wednesday coming in out of the east. Want to fast forward to Friday because we're all looking forward to the weekend. Looks like increasing clouds, maybe some showers on Friday, more clouds on Saturday with a front moving through, and that could bring rain later Saturday into Sunday. So, well, not the best weekend. Well, you maybe want to go to the Shore Living Expo on Saturday because it could be a little rainy. Paul Davis 7-day forecast, 75 today, 55 tonight, and then Wednesday 77, upper 70s Thursday. Showers on Friday with a high of 80 degrees, and then Saturday, yeah, cloudy, kind of unsettled, 78, and then cooler Sunday 76. Back to sunshine on Monday and upper 70s. Here's our umbrella winner today. It is Phil Keats from Lewis. Congratulations, Phil. You have a brand new umbrella from Paul Davis and Coast TV.
Thank you, Bob. Happening today, a focus on the cleanliness of the Ocean City Boardwalk. The Ocean City Council is expected to review how effective certain policies were this summer. It includes those harsher fines when it comes to display signs being pushed too far out onto the boardwalk. Council hopes that by increasing the fines, Stores will keep the boardwalk clear of any unwanted clutter. Now, as for litter, one vacationer told us she gives high praise to this town.
There's an occasional thing, but nothing that you wouldn't expect from people, missing the trash can. No complaints. I find it clean.
Among other things, the Ocean City Council will discuss tonight how dirty the boardwalk has been this summer and if anything needs to change for the next summer season.
All right, well, cleaning up the boardwalk, just one of the many priorities the town is considering. A few other issues that the town says they would like to tackle this year or next year, and they're set to start discussing this tonight. So we're talking fighting proposed wind farms, evaluating a possible sports complex, a room tax increase from 5% to 6%, and lastly, short-term rental regulations. This meeting will be at Town Hall there at Ocean City tonight at 6. And this brings us now to our Coast TV poll. We're asking, what should Ocean City prioritize?
Yeah, look at that. 60% say fighting wind farms. That's the big priority for our voters when it comes to Ocean City. There's also a good amount of votes for that boardwalk cleanup that we just talked about. A couple votes for that complex, sports complex, and then the room tax increase. If you haven't voted yet, you can still do so at coasttvnews.com or on the mobile app.
All right, coming up on Coast TV News today, one organization came together to commemorate the end of World War II. We're telling you about the work of one special veteran living right here on our coast. Don't go anywhere.
Get ready for the spookiest night of the year. Milton Zombie Fest is creeping up on October 19th starting at 4 p.m. in downtown Milton. It's a haunted Mardi Gras like you've never seen before. Bring the whole family for bone-chilling fun with live music, freak shows, food trucks, costume contests, and a laser light show that'll leave you screaming for more. Admission is free, so come join the undead for a night you won't forget. For more info, visit miltontheater.com. Sponsored by Coast TV.
Many parents assume that the vision screening at the pediatrician's office is all that's required. While vision screening is an important first step, it's not the same as a comprehensive eye exam. There are some serious eye diseases that are not detected at a regular screening. The American Optometric Association advises that the first eye exam be at the age of 3.
Dr. Tracy Boss is accepting new patients, including pediatrics, at Chesapeake Eye Centers in Salisbury and Berlin. For more about Chesapeake Eye, visit delmarvaexperts.com.
For every season, every weather moment, stay ahead with the Coast TV First Alert Weather Phone. Just call 443-880-9100. Your forecast just a call away. Sponsored by the law offices of Baird, Mandalis, Brockstead, and Federico.
What are people saying about that furniture store?
Your pricing is absolutely rock bottom.
Very high quality names.
Brand new items straight from the manufacturer.
Fabulous for the quality.
They could be a showroom sample, they could be a discontinued item.
Which is why we can mark it down 50 to 80% off of regular price.
And anybody that doesn't believe it can look them up for retail prices online.
We can Google it real quick.
And you'll see that you're getting a real buy here.
I like to save money, and we want you to save money too.
3 miles south of Delmar.
Okay, Dad, I'm ready to start learning about the family business.
My son, there is a lot to know.
At Imperial Granite and Quartz, we do countertops from affordable to exquisite. We carry full slabs in stock so our customers can see exactly what they're getting. And all fabrication is done on site.
We do things right.
Imperial Granite and Quartz, under one roof with that cabin store and Matt the Carpet Guy at the Salisbury Design Center. The perfect team for your design dreams. South Salisbury Boulevard.
Here are the stars of our show.
I am your host, Ryan Seacrest.
The Wheel You Love is back.
Yeah! Let's have some fun.
With bigger cash and prizes.
There it is.
What a great show!
Let's do it again tomorrow.
New episodes September 9th on Coast TV.
People gathered at the Fort Miles Museum in Lewis Monday for the 8th annual Victory over Japan ceremony, celebrating the official end of World War II. Hosted by the Fort Miles Historical Association, the event honors the 774 Delawareans who died back in World War II. Visitors saw the 16-inch gun barrel displayed at Fort Miles, which was on board the USS Missouri when the surrender documents were signed in 1945. Volunteers read the names of 50 fallen Delawareans with a special tribute to Navy veterans and flight engineer John Reichert.
He served in the Navy. He was a flight engineer on patrol bombers operating out of Norfolk, Virginia for a while, chasing submarines and escorting convoys off the East Coast, which is very appropriate for Fort Miles because there was a lot of submarine activity. And then he was transferred to the Pacific.
Reichert now lives in Rehoboth Beach. He turns 100 on October 28th. Also in attendance were 2 local World War II veteran George McCarthy.
We are joined again by First Alert meteorologist Bob Trihey. Bob and Paige, I did make it to the beach on Monday. Water temperatures not bad, but it was very breezy, and it looks like it is still breezy out there.
Yeah, I remember yesterday seeing a lot of whitecaps on Delaware Bay, so we're going to see that again. So boaters, we have a small craft advisory. It will be choppy out there. Fenwick Island and Ocean City, it's chilly, maybe a few clouds today, but lower 70s and a breezy northeast wind. Rip current risk is moderate. UV index is high. Waves kicking up around 2 to 4 feet. And then Lewis and Rehoboth, lots of sunshine for you. Only lower 70s. On the bay side, a little warmer. Mid 70s in Cambridge with sunshine and similar conditions in Crisfield. We're looking at this pleasant weather continuing for a few more days, and we head towards the weekend. Things go downhill a little bit. We'll talk about that coming up in the next half hour.
Rob, thank you. Also coming up after the break, a nationwide hotel workers' strike is heating up. How the union says it could impact more guests if those demands are not met.
Scary scene averted. We'll tell you what authorities say about this low-flying plane over Prime Hook Beach.
And Dewey Beach still looking to upgrade its town hall and its police station. We're telling you why the town manager says the current police station would not meet a state code that goes into effect in 5 years. Coast TV News Today will be right back.
Draper Media presents the Shore Living Expo, celebrating health, wealth, and home. Saturday, September 7th from 10 to 4 at the Wicomico Youth and Civic Center. Sponsored by Spicer Brothers and Pohanka. Great demonstrations and interviews with Delmarva Life's Lisa and Jimmy on the expo stage, along with prizes and fun. Plus, meet your favorite Draper Media TV and radio talent. From crafts to home services, boats, cars, and RVs. This is a free event you don't want to miss. Go to WBOCevents.com. See you at the Shore Living Expo.
Since 1925, Avery Hall has been the go-to insurance agency for those who want quality service with a personal touch. Our unique consultative approach is all about you. Our agents take the time to understand your specific needs and craft coverage that protects your assets and offers peace of mind, whether it's employee benefits, individual, or business insurance. Avery Hall isn't just an insurance agency. We are a cornerstone of Delmarva and are committed to supporting and protecting the communities we call home. Avery Hall, insurance solutions for today's world.
Catch 54 in Fenwick Island, Delaware is an award-winning waterfront restaurant serving fresh local seafood. Catch 54 features indoor and outdoor dining and serves beautiful, simple coastal cuisine with house favorites including our signature crab cakes, shrimp and grits, and our famous 54 burger. Catch 54 offers delicious, chef-inspired nightly specials, a raw bar, a Wine Spectator winning wine list and monthly wine dinners, and the best happy hour in town. Catch 54 in Fenwick Island, open 7 days a week. See you soon.
The work we do at Delaware Electric Cooperative is driven by one goal, providing our members with the most affordable and reliable power possible. The co-op is committed to maintaining and improving our system through the use of innovative technologies. Our Beat the Peak program helps keep rates affordable when the cost to produce power is highest. Each year, we give back capital credits to our members as a return on their investment in us. At DEC, members matter most. And that's why we keep the lights on.
Now on Coast TV News.
It's a breezy and cooler start on our Tuesday. The fall-like weather continues for the next few days. Rain chances increasing for the end of the week into the weekend. I'll track it on Futurecast coming up.
A plan over a year in the making, the latest details about the Dewey Beach Town Hall project.
First day after Labor Day, we're looking at the school districts that'll have their first day of classes this morning.
Statement of treatment success. We take a look at a program designed to help military veterans.
This is Coast TV News Today.
September 3rd, 2024. Good morning, everybody. I'm Matt Pence. Good morning, Paige.
Good morning. Thank you all for joining us. I'm Paige Marley.
We are approaching 5:30, making our way on this Tuesday morning. We had this in the first half hour, and we're about to get to it again. Yeah. There's still some students out there that have not had their first day of school yet.
I love this. I kind of agree with this whole after Labor Day thing. I think it's a good idea.
It makes sense, at least especially for those districts that are close to the coast, because you have all the traffic from the out-of-town visitors.
Exactly.
And just wait for that to move out so the buses can operate normally.
That's what I'm thinking, too. So happy first day if it's your first day, and congrats if your first day is tomorrow. That's exciting, too. But we are going to bring in Bob right now because, Bob, I think if you're waiting for a bus today or you're just outside this morning, maybe a light jacket would help.
I would think a light jacket would help a lot. And going back to school, for me personally, when I was a kid, it was always after Labor Day, but then we didn't get out of school until June. So maybe it was a little different for Catholic schools, but it was always after Labor Day. So I guess it really depends. We're looking at temperatures on the cool side this morning, mid-60s, Lewis, back to Bethany Beach, Ocean City 65, but inland where it's less breezy, it's cooler, 58 in Seaford, 57 in Salisbury, 62 in Georgetown and Millsboro right now, and it is breezy. Along the coast, winds sustained 15 to 20 miles per hour. Not as breezy inland, and we've been seeing gusts over 20 along the coast, so definitely hang on to your hats out there and make sure you have that windbreaker. It's cool and breezy this morning as we have clear skies across Delmarva, sprawling high pressure building in with that flow coming in out of the northeast, giving us that gorgeous weather. So breezy along the coast, temperature slowly rising as we go into the noon hour, lower 70s inland, 60s and 70s at the beaches, and we're only going to see mid-70s inland today. Many of us cooler than that. UV index sponsored by Ocean City. It's an 8 today, very high. So yeah, it's September, but you can still get burned pretty quickly. 10 minutes today. We're in the high to very high range in the next few days, so be extra careful in the sun.
Thank you, Bob. In Dewey Beach, the town hall on Rodney Avenue is also shared with the police station, and things in that building, it's over 20 years old, getting a bit cramped.
Definitely. CoastTV News reporter Elisa Weber is live now in Dewey Beach. Elisa, the town's plans were to break ground for a new building this fall.
Matt and Paige, I'm currently outside of the Dewey Beach Town Hall, which also serves as the police department. The police department is on this side, and then the town hall is on this side. Town employees and the police have said that this building is too small and it's outdated. Next week, the marketing committee will meet to discuss ways to fundraise for this project. While the goal is better conditions for all of the employees in the building, the town manager says the current police station would not meet a state code that goes into effect in 5 years due to the station only having one holding cell and no indoor sprinkler system. The department says the station is inadequate because it is not designed to handle prisoners, interviews, or other police-related activities.
Yeah, Lisa, this is not the first time Dewey Beach has talked about ways to fundraise for this project.
Matt, the town previously talked about making a mural on the side of the new building in December, which would be funded by people who live in Dewey Beach donating.
All right, Elisa, also, does the town still think demolition could begin this fall?
Yeah, Paige, the town originally wanted to break ground on this project this fall, but they said at this time there's no estimated date as to when construction will begin because they're waiting for those plans to get approved by FEMA. Back to you.
All right, Elisa, thank you so much. Now, I knew this morning firefighters in California, they're going to continue battling a blaze that is near Sierra Brooks area. According to officials, this fire has burned nearly 1,200 acres. It is at zero containment so far. An evacuation order is in place for the west side of Sierra Brooks and portions of Antelope Valley. The cause of this fire still not known.
A letter from one veteran to another, and that is the result of the lasting impact of Delaware's Veteran Treatment Court program.
The program just celebrated their 100th graduate. That's actually 2 graduates. CoastTV reporter Zakia Jennings tells us about the generous decision made by a judge.
I'm number 100.
Number 100 meaning the 100th graduate of the Veterans Treatment Court program. The program helps veterans who are charged with nonviolent felonies and misdemeanor crimes. Charles Marshall is a graduate of the program, a program that Charles says provided him with something new.
I got a different perspective of the penal system. My confidence is up. You know, my self-esteem is at an all-time high. It's the warmth of the program.
Charles and another man both graduated on the same day, and a judge decided that both men will be acknowledged and celebrated as the 100th graduate of the program. Through this experience, they gain stable housing, employment, and receive help with accessing benefits. Veteran and program mentor Edmund Burke says he takes a very personal approach with every veteran.
Well, I would not use a generic argument to get them to come in. I'd want to sit down and find out what their offense was, what their personal situation was by way of everything from transportation to housing to employment, and then come up with a recommendation.
Once a vet completes the program, if they weren't yet convicted, charges will be dismissed. and if they were already convicted, probation may be terminated. In Georgetown, I'm Zakia Jennings, Coast TV News.
Emergency crews rushed to Prime Hook Beach Monday for reports of an aircraft emergency. Coast TV got this video, which sources say triggered that response. Now, the plane, it was seen flying very low near the shoreline, but Milton Fire Department and Sussex County EMS, they were on that scene and tell us they didn't find anything there.
Sunday marked a solemn day of remembrance in Georgetown for police officer Chad Spicer, who was shot and killed in the line of duty September 1st, 2009. As you can see here, a wreath laid in Spicer's honor, and every year local police departments and members of the community come out to remember Spicer. A memorial in his honor graces the Georgetown Circle. Now, unfortunately, his memorial was hit by a drunk driver in November. It's now in the process of being repaired.
Ocean City is preparing to commemorate the 23rd anniversary of the 9/11 terror attacks. There is some video we have to show you of crews setting up the twin remembrance beams of light. The official lighting ceremony begins Friday at 8 p.m., and those beams will shine until September 12th. Some visitors saw the beams being tested over the weekend. The ceremony will be held at the Firefighters Memorial on the Ocean City Boardwalk.
Yeah, we're now after Labor Day, and we still have to get to the first day of school, as we mentioned, for some students on Delmarva. Today, 5th and 6th graders start in Delmar. Everyone else there begins on Wednesday. Also, some students starting the year in the Indian River District. Emphasis on the word some. Kindergarten starts today, as do 6th and 9th graders. Howard T. Ennis School in Georgetown also begins today. All of the students will have their first day tomorrow.
A strike affecting dozens of hotels across the country could grow today. The union threatening to add Hilton, Hyatt, and Marriott locations in more cities.
The workers demanding wage increases and an end to pandemic-era service cuts. Amy Kiley shows us how the walkouts could affect guests.
Some travelers could see service disruptions as a hotel worker strike continues for a third day. The walkout includes more than 10,000 Hilton, Marriott, and Hyatt employees. The dozens of affected hotels across the country are open, but some guests have complained about reduced services. The facilities are operating with smaller staffs.
I think it's probably very limited services inside because we had very few workers cross the line and go into work, so it means management is doing all the work that we normally do.
Unite Here is the union that represents the striking workers.
They would like to be able to provide for their families and live in the same cities that they welcome guests to every day.
The union says the chains still have some pandemic-era cuts in place. For instance, some hotels don't automatically provide daily housekeeping.
It makes the work harder for the workers that remain, and it makes the hotels less appealing to guests.
In a statement, Hyatt says it looks forward to fair contract negotiations. Hilton says it's also committed to reaching a deal with the union.
And it's really hard to be in this business and smile and greet the guests when in the back of your mind, you're trying to figure out where your next meal is going to come from.
I'm Amy Kiley reporting.
Got a lot more news to get to. Don't go anywhere.
Still coming up, one director shares their experience with a rare disability in order to highlight activism. We're telling you when you can get a special look at their life.
Also, Bird Bash. Orioles take care of business against the White Sox. Was it good enough to get back into first place?
And a bittersweet goodbye for a bear in Salisbury. Why he's being sent to Switzerland and how the new home will help his species. Stick with us on Coast TV News Today.
Are you feeling stuck and unable to live your life because of a tick-borne illness? Acupuncture is a holistic approach that can help minimize the long-term effects of tick-borne diseases such as alpha-gal.
I struggled with alpha-gal for years, and then I started a customized treatment plan at Delmarva Acupuncture, and Dr. Ashley really helped with my anxiety around food.
Acupuncture can help minimize the long-term effects of many tick-borne diseases.
To learn more about Delmarva Acupuncture and Wellness Center, visit delmarvaexperts.com. Save the date for the Meals on Wheels Delaware Beach Brunch presented by Fulton Bank on Sunday, October 13th from 10:30 to 1:30 at the Rehoboth Beach Country Club. Indulge in an upscale brunch paired with handcrafted cocktails, all while overlooking the beautiful bay. Local chefs will delight with hors d'oeuvres and desserts complemented by a range of beverages. Participate in our live and silent auctions featuring exclusive getaways and unique items. For full event details, visit mealsonwheelsde.org. Sponsored by Coast TV.
The first time we tried to list our house with our previous realtor, we had no activity whatsoever. But with Pam Price, She just opened our eyes and just enlightened us and just filled us with joy. She assured us that within 30 days we would receive an offer on the house, and yes, we did. We were ecstatic, jumping for joy with all the hard work that Pam Price and her team provided us. Pam Price is a go-getter, she's professional, and she proves that she gets results.
Success isn't just about money, it's about finding your purpose, building something you're passionate about, empowering people, and creating joy for others. We serve happiness, and great success is built on great relationships. That's why 15 years ago, I partnered with County Bank. County Bank believed in my vision. They helped me expand my business to new heights. Their commitment to personalized service, innovative solutions, and strong community ties makes County Bank the perfect partner for my journey to success.
Where legendary locals bank. County Bank, member FDIC.
.541 on our Tuesday morning. It is a cool and breezy start. Here's our dry tech cam in Ocean City right now, 65. You can see the boats moving around a little bit in the water. It is breezy along the coast. Cool inland where the winds are lighter, 58 in Seaford and Redden, 57 in Salisbury. A little warmer along the coast, but windy here, mid-60s from Lewis down to Bethany Beach right now. And you can see those strong winds right along the immediate coast, but then you go inland and those winds drop off. They're gusting, well, over 20 miles per hour at times along the coast as we're looking at clear skies, not only across Delmarva, but really much of the mid-Atlantic region is looking really nice. Here's the bus stop forecast for the kiddos. Yep, time to crack the books again. Off to school, 60, cool and breezy, and then heading home, 73, breezy and pleasant. Another way to get your forecast is the CoastTV First Alert weather phone. It's sponsored by Baird, Mandalis, Brockstead, and Federico.
Much, Bob. This Andean bear named Ramy has spent his last day at the Salisbury Zoo. He moves now to the Zurich Zoo in Switzerland. Now, Andean bears, they are highly endangered, so he's going to go to Switzerland for a breeding program. So you know what we mean there, but as for folks here at home, plenty came to send Ramy on his way.
Absolutely. We saw it on the news last night and figured it was worth the trip coming down and to see Ramy, and he put on a good show for us today.
And Ramy will be accompanied by Salisbury Zoo staff. Unlike his dad, Pinocchio, who is on a temporary trip to Nashville, Ramy will stay in Switzerland, just like his twin brother, Inti, who moved to the Wisconsin Zoo. That was back in May.
Time for the Orioles to take advantage of the schedule. On Monday, the Birds opened a series at the Yards against the team with the worst record in the majors, the White Sox. Orioles started the day just a half game out of first place in the American League East. This game was tied at 2 in the third, and that's when Austin Slater does something about it. Pulls it down the line. Ryan O'Hearn scores 3-2 Orioles. It was a 5-2 game in the sixth, and that's when former Shorebird Cedric Mullins smokes one into the corner. Anthony Santander in. Orioles are up 6-2. And Mullins, he was not done on the day. We go to the eighth inning. 2-run Jack City. 3-for-5 day for Mullins. That was home run number 14 on the season. Orioles all over the White Sox. The team the Orioles are chasing, the Yankees. They were in Texas, and they got a big sixth inning here. Aaron Judge contributing. Yankees score 5 runs in the sixth. It's on their way to an 8-4 win, and they do keep the Orioles half game back. Coming up today on DSN at 5, we got high school football. We got Parkside and Kent Island. Then at 8 p.m., you can watch the Berlin bathtub races. And at 10:30, it is the final score. Over on DSN Plus, main event, 5 p.m. It is that game between Parkside and Kent Island. And then we have several DSN exclusives you don't want to miss. 4 p.m., boys soccer, North Dorchester and Mardella. At that same time, girls soccer, Snow Hill and Queen Anne's. And then at 6:30, you can watch Sussex Central in action in boys soccer.
All right, from sports to movie news now, here's David Daniel with today's Hollywood Minute.
The longest ovation yet at this year's Venice Film Festival goes to The Room Next Door. Director Pedro Almodovar's first English-language film, starring Tilda Swinton and Julianne Moore, reportedly received a 17-minute standing O. The film from the trio of Oscar winners is due in U.S. theaters in December.
What happened?
just don't want the life I have sometimes.
A woman with a family history of mental health issues attempts suicide, then struggles to survive and to want to survive in Continue. Writer-director Nadine Crocker stars in the drama alongside Shiloh Fernandez and Emily Deschanel. Continue debuts in theaters and on VOD and digital platforms Friday. September is National Suicide Prevention Month. In Hollywood, I'm David Daniel.
Quick reminder for you, coming up this weekend, it is the Shore Living Expo. The event celebrates health, wealth, and home on Delmarva. So as you see right there on your screen, the event takes place Saturday, September 7th from 10 a.m. until 4 p.m.
It is a cool and breezy start to our day. 57 in Salisbury right now, and the cooler than average weather will continue the next several days. I'm sure not too many complaints, and some rain for the upcoming weekend. May be good to head to the expo in Salisbury. I'll have your full forecast coming up in 2 minutes. Stay tuned.
Take your favorite radio station with you wherever you go. Download free today.
For all your home exterior needs, call Coastal Home Roofing and Siding for the best in exterior remodeling. We do gutters, window screen replacements, home washing, and more, so you can look at your home with confidence. Call us today for a free estimate.
Have you ever needed some help with selection and design layout in your renovated tile bathroom project, kitchen backsplash, or any other tile project? You don't have to go across the bridge. The professionals at East Coast Tile and Flooring offer the largest selection to assist architects, designers, and homeowners on any size project in all price ranges. East Coast Tile and Flooring has the quality, knowledge, and expertise you need. Call East Coast Tile and Flooring today for a design consultation.
This summer, pack your bags and head to Ocean City, Maryland for free family fun all summer long. Watch beach movies, build sandcastles, and gaze at colorful kites, all completely free. Bust a move from the beach to the bay with beach dance parties, Sunset Park party nights, and Sundays in the park with fireworks, all completely free. Enjoy arts and crafts, discover Ocean City's history, and be in awe of acrobatic stunts at the circus, all completely free. So get going. Family memories are waiting to be made in Ocean City, Maryland. Plan your trip now at OCOcean.com.
So I'm going to college. I am looking into pediatric therapy.
Majoring cybersecurity.
Every patient is unique.
So every patient gets a unique treatment plan.
I'm not a cookie cutter person.
Tillman Orthodontics has every option, including braces and Smiles Correct.
Tillman Orthodontics made a plan just for me. We might start you with braces and finish with custom clear aligners.
Now the real me can shine through.
Ready for whatever the future may hold.
Bring it.
Call Tillman Orthodontics for your free consultation.
Materials are all the same. At Coastal Home Remodeling, we know that installers make the difference. We offer free estimates, lifetime warranties, and no down payments until the project is done. For all your home exterior needs, call Coastal Home Roofing and Siding today.
All right, it is now 5:48 a.m. and we are going to take a live look. Check out the scene in Salisbury, the university there. Bob, I think colleges are back in session. Is that right?
Oh, you're asking the wrong person. I don't know. I'm guessing. If regular school, like grade school, and those other guys are going back, I'm assuming college is going back now too. Everybody's going back to school, right? It's like Rodney Dangerfield. All right, 5-day temperature trend. We're looking at 75 today in Salisbury. It's going to be, and most of Delmarva, it's going to be very cool out there today. Average high is 83, and we'll be in the mid-70s, upper 70s Wednesday. Thursday, 78, and then by Friday, 80 degrees, and then 78 on Saturday, looking a little cooler with some scattered showers. Here's our muggy meter, and it is not muggy. It is comfortable. In fact, on the cool side, comfortable humidity levels the next few days, and then that does rise into the humid range by the end of the week, and then into the upcoming weekend, we're looking at muggy conditions. Temperatures now, where it's breezy, it's actually a little warmer along the beaches, mid-60s, but where that wind dies down a little bit, upper 50s from Seaford down to Salisbury. Millsboro right now is 62, and we've got the gusty winds right along the coast, sustained over 20 miles per hour in some cases, and gusting well over 20. So windy along the coast, not as windy inland as we're looking at clear skies. So really looking good for your commute to work or school, and quiet all across the mid-Atlantic region. We've got high pressure building in from the Great Lakes, and that's pressing in this dry and cooler air across the region. Here's Futurecast, 6 a.m. We're in the 50s and 60s. We've got those stronger winds along the coast, not as breezy inland. By noon, we're in the low 70s, maybe some mid-70s well inland, and some places along the coast not getting out of the 60s like Dewey Beach and Fenwick Island, while we have the 70s inland. And as we go into the evening hours, it does cool back into the 50s as we go through the overnight hours. Maybe some clouds increasing late tonight into tomorrow morning with another cool start. A little bit more in the way of cloud cover, but we have that persistent easterly flow, and that will keep our temperatures on the cool side into the 70s. And you can see those winds that are basically northeast as we go through the early afternoon. And then as we go into the evening, they do start to shift to the east a little bit, but pretty gusty along the coast, not as strong inland, but it'll be breezy the next couple of days. Now, we do have rain chances. This will be later in the week, maybe showers by Friday, a better chance on Saturday with the cold front, especially as we go into the evening and overnight. And some of that could linger into Sunday, so a little unsettled for the weekend. Paul Davis 7-day forecast, mid-70s today, upper 70s Wednesday, and then by Friday we're up to 80 with some showers. Better chance of rain on Saturday, 78. And then Sunday, I think it does dry out, mid-70s, and sunshine on Monday and 77.
All right, Bob, thank you. Next week, the Rehoboth Art League and Film East are hosting a special film screening. It's to highlight disability activism. On Monday, September 16th at 7, the Corcoran Gallery will feature Is There Anybody Out There? It's a documentary by director Ella Glendening. The film offers a personal look at Glendening's experience with a rare disability.
Here's a story for pet owners. The Brandywine Valley SPCA is offering discounted surgeries for dogs and cats in Georgetown. Here's the deal. They're providing for spay and neuter surgeries. It's $100 for dogs if they are up to 90 pounds. $40 for cat spay and neuters. There is an online registration for your pets.
All right, coming up next on Coast TV News. Today, September Baby Safety Month. What one doctor advises to keep your little ones safe and healthy all year long.
There are many details that shouldn't be overlooked when buying or selling your coins. Mint mark, date, and condition are all factors in determining a coin's value. Don't get ripped off. Find someone reputable who can answer your questions and pay you top dollar on the spot. Look to see if they broadcast current values live and if they use Graysheet for determining your coin's value.
To learn more about Robinson's family of businesses, the coin and jewelry experts, visit Delmarva Experts on WBOC.com.
Shop, play, learn, explore at the OCRV and Van Lifestyle Show, the premier gathering for RV enthusiasts and outdoor lovers. From October 31st to November 3rd, the Ocean City Convention Center transforms into a hub of excitement and exploration. With RVs, custom vans, e-bike, golf cart, and boat test ride zones, seminars, water sports, power sports, and a wide selection of the latest gear, you'll find everything you need to enhance your next adventure. Enjoy BMX and skateboarding competitions, tiki boat cruises, and more. Buy tickets and explore with us at OCRVshow.com.
The sound you hear is your house being eaten away by termites. When you've seen one, it's already too late and the damage has begun. To avoid permanent damage and to keep your home protected for years to come, call the specialist at Bennett Termite and Pest Solutions. We have the tools, technology, and experience that has raised the termite control and treatment standards on Delmarva. Call the experts at Bennett Termite today.
Remember, Delmarva, quality isn't expensive, it's priceless.
It is important to have a supportive employer in your corner, a company that offers on-site health care to save you time and money. That's right, access to a doctor's office while at work at no cost to you. Work schedules to fit your lifestyle, matched 401k to prepare you for retirement, paid vacation, and more. A company that you can count on and grow with. A company that you can have a career with. An employer like Amick Farms. Visit countonamick.com to apply today.
Let me brag for a moment about my wife. She's among the few dentists worldwide to be accredited by the American Academy of Cosmetic Dentistry. She is the only dentist within a 100-mile radius with this prestigious accreditation, and I couldn't be prouder of her dedication and achievement.
It is my passion to ensure our patients receive the absolute best in cosmetic dentistry and leave with a renewed confidence in their smile.
Entrust your smile with a dentist accredited by the American Academy of Cosmetic Dentistry.
Schedule your free consultation with De Palma Dental in Berlin, Maryland today.
It is the 9th month of 2024, so September, that is a perfect time for awareness when it comes to the safety of babies.
Yeah, from choking hazards to protecting against respiratory illnesses, there's a lot that goes into keeping your children safe. Mandy Gaither talks to a doctor about what every parent and caregiver should know in honor of Baby Safety Month.
Their bodies are still developing. They're dependent on others and lack control over their environment, which is why young children are especially vulnerable.
Babies, most of their shots don't start until after 6 months. So in that newborn period, we want to make sure that we are really helping to keep that kind of bubble of safety around the infant when their immune system is really weak.
Dr. Keisha Davis with the American Academy of Family Physicians says lessen exposure to germs with 3 cleaning methods at home. Cleaning frequently used surfaces with soap and water, sanitizing regularly. Davis says using a cleaning solution or spray can kill most bacteria and viruses, and disinfecting around once or twice every couple weeks with bleach or alcohol.
You want to make sure that you go back over it and wipe it down with some soap and water so that they're not accidentally ingesting bleach or one of those other chemicals that you might have used to clean.
Davis says to also rid homes of visible hazards that may tempt a toddler or crawling infant. That can be things like electrical outlets, vents where fingers can get stuck, or small items on the floor that can end up in a mouth. She says to also lock up cleaning supplies and cabinets and store potentially dangerous things like laundry pods in a place little hands can't get to.
We want to make sure that we're doing the things like washing their hands after they've been out and playing and before they eat, so they're not exposing themselves unnecessarily.
For Health Minute, I'm Mandy Gaither.
All right, time is now 5:56 this morning. We are going to check in with our coastal pet of the day.
And today's coastal pet of the day is telling us his favorite part of Labor Day right there. Benny, a favorite of ours. You can see Benny likes crabs. In fact, I think he loves crabs. He believes crabs are the best, especially if you live on the Eastern Shore. We know that, Benny.
Yeah.
We know that. Benny was submitted to us by Tammy in Seaford.
How does he crack the crab open? Maybe he needs Tammy's help.
Maybe.
Or he just bites right into it.
I could see that as well. Several options here.
Yeah, he makes it work. All right, keep sending us pictures of your pets on Delmarva. Tell us what makes your pet so special.
You can scan that QR code at the top of your screen to submit your furry friend to Coast TV News, and then watch weekdays, 5 to 7 a.m. to see all the pets we feature.
All righty, it is now 5:57. A quick look now at your forecast before you head out the door.
Yeah, a little cool start to our Tuesday, Bob.
Yeah, got to break out the windbreaker. Getting to be that time of year. It's cool and breezy and windy along the coast, but breezy inland. And temperatures in the 50s and 60s this morning. Lots of sunshine today, but cooler. Highs only into the mid-70s. Here's our Paul Davis 10-day forecast. Temperatures do climb through the week, but still below average, up to 80 by Friday with showers, some showers and rain on Saturday. Not a washout, maybe a good day to go to the Shore Living Expo. 78 dries out Sunday, and then looking quiet as we head into next week.
Thank you, Bob. Coming up in our next hour, cramped quarters. We look at Dewey Beach's effort to get some space for town officials and its police force. That and more when Coast TV News Today returns.